Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here, which I'm sure by now you already know. It's time for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we will be watching a game between Vile Illusion and D-Killer. We are on the map Tal'Darim Altar. Starting in the lower right-hand spawn position, we have got our pink Terran player, Vile Illusion. He is currently the 47th ranked Grandmaster on the US ladder with 113 wins, 69 losses, giving him a 65.84% win ratio. His opponent, the blue Zerg player down over here in the lower left-hand spawn position, is D-Killer. Currently the 23rd ranked Grandmaster on the US ladder with 119 wins, 39 losses, giving him a 75.32% win ratio. So yes, my friends, it is going to be a Terran versus Zerg, Vile Illusion versus D-Killer here on Tal'Darim Altar. Let's take a look at that beautiful Overlord making his way across the map. I've asked this question before. It looks like a giant balloon. If there was the faintest gust of wind, I have to assume that that Overlord would go flying in every direction. So then I just have to assume that there is no atmosphere on these planets and there is no wind. But how can we assume that, Force? I don't know, I'm just blabbering. Vile Illusion is down over here in the right-hand position, so I don't know why I mentioned him. D-Killer moving out with his Overlord now, scouting the upper left-hand spawn position. And at the same time, again, we can see that Overlord checking that lower right-hand spot. Gonna keep an eye on the gas. We do want to see if Vile Illusion will be getting a refinery early on. Usually it's coming out around 13 supply. You can see right there now, he is already at 14, about to hit 15. So we may not be seeing any refinery early on, and as such, we may be seeing a 1-Rax expand. That's what I'm going to assume is going to happen here for Vile Illusion. Now D-Killer has decided to go hatch first over here. Spawning pool should be coming shortly thereafter. He's about to hit those 200 minerals, and there it goes. Spawning pool gets dropped here for D-Killer. So both players opting for that quick expand style of play, deciding not to go for early aggression, instead coming out with a very early expansion, maintaining a strong economy. And you know what? That's something you see a lot on this map. Tal'Darim Altar, very quick expand friendly. More times than not, in fact, you will see players come out with some sort of a quick expand. A 1-Rax expand for Terran players, a 1-Gate expand, or a Forge Fast expand for Protoss players, and then of course Zerg players just going hatch first. It's just very effective on this map. It's just such a large map, and early aggression, more times than not, is just not that effective, essentially. Spawning pool now finished over here for D-Killer, just getting his extractor here as well. So won't be able to get that metabolic boost for a little while. He needs to get that saturated as soon as that finishes. And then he will be coming out with that after the fact. 2 Marines heading across the map right now at the same time. Vile Illusion is coming out with his expansion. We do have 2 refineries also coming down. So won't be going too racks heavy here early on. You either see those double refineries or 2 more racks come down after this expansion, and it looks like he has decided to go for double refinery, so we may be seeing that quick factory to try to get a Hellion transition. And Vile Illusion is moving out here and will be providing a little bit of Marine bunker harass early on. Now this is going to force D-Killer to make Lings. We don't expect Vile Illusion to do too much damage with this, if much at all. But look at that, 6 Lings are coming out, and this is not exactly what D-Killer wants to be doing right now. He doesn't necessarily want to be building tons of Zerglings. He would much prefer to be droning up right now, so this is a really excellent form of harass here from Vile Illusion. Although we expect him to lose everything, all of his Marines, that bunker, that SCV, actually canceling off that bunker. SCV could have made it out, but stopped right there, so wasn't able to escape the grasps of the Queen. But again, now we have more Lings than D-Killer knows what to do with. He will be attempting some counter aggression. Actually, he's got a momentary opportunity to do a little bit of damage there. 2 Marines kill off those Lings. We still have those Lings over here and a few coming up to support from that side. He could push on in and do a little bit of damage. What is he doing? I want to see you do something here, D-Killer. You got a great opportunity. That bunker is nowhere near complete. And we only have 2 Marines in play. SCV is forced to come down. This is exactly what D-Killer needed to be doing, and he's deciding to take advantage of this opportunity to head in the main and get a bit of scouting done. So he's going to spot the factory. He sees that reactor. He sees a tech lab there as well. He knows everything. We got a bunch of Marines coming out here, as is necessary. He needs to defend himself against this. This is not exactly what Vile Illusion had in mind, but this successful counter aggression here for D-Killer, even if he doesn't kill off a lot, he's getting a lot of useful information, and he stopped a bunch of mining as well. Now heading back to that natural expansion. We've got 1 Marine in the bunker up front. Oh, never mind, that's an SCV in there. We had an SCV in the bunker up front, but these Lings are still going to continue to delay any possible mining here for Vile Illusion. Huge, huge headache for him. More and more Marines coming out. Stimpack research coming on through. Opted to not get any Hellions here. He is pretty low on resources. He could afford a Hellion, but he is deciding not to. We finally get that metabolic boost here finished as well, and D-Killer continuing to harass quite effectively. Now down to just 4 Lings. But this was, I would say, very successful here for D-Killer. I don't think he's killed off a ton of anything. He's killed off 3 workers so far this game, but the biggest thing he's been able to do is really delay mining from that natural expansion and just harass, and also throw off Vile Illusion. Vile Illusion wasn't necessarily, I'm assuming, going to be coming out with this many Marines. He went factory very early on. That's why he got double gas so quickly, because he wanted to go Hellions early on. But he wasn't able to do so because of all those Lings in his main and natural. So quite effective there from D-Killer. Love to see that kind of play. Let's see what he was doing in the meantime. He has a macro hatch coming through. Just started that layer over there. Also has a spine crawler for a little bit of frontal defense. We'll start working down these rocks over here. He's the best prepared to move into a third. So with a macro hatch, he will be okay off of 2 bases for now. We do also have a Baneling nest coming on through, so Spealing Baneling early on. Are going to expect to see those Mutalisks there after that. We aren't seeing a Roach Warren or anything like that here from D-Killer. So Spealing Baneling Muta looks to be the name of the game here for him. A couple of Hellions gaining map control right now. Vile Illusion also moving out with a Marine. Everything else back at home. Marine Hellion, Marine Hellion. We're making a little switch here as he starts to work his way up into double medevacs. May go medevac Viking first. It just goes double medevac. The only reason I said that was a possibility because sometimes you want to get a Viking early on to deal with any stray overlords. That can be really helpful for you. Ling's finally able to work down those rocks. A little bit of a threat there from those Hellions. However, he way outnumbers them and would have been able to get us around with just a little bit of micro. Vile Illusion, realizing he doesn't have quite enough Hellions to deal with that mass of Lings, decided to pull back. Ling's also spreading out here. We'll be grabbing the towers, hopefully. Just chilling out in the center of the map at the moment. Looks like we'll be seeing a push here from Vile Illusion, moving out with Stim Marines. He's got Combat Shield researching as well. Marine Hellion push coming here for Vile Illusion. Now we do have Spealing Baneling as defense here for Killer. Killer does have his third coming on through. We do have a third being built over here for Vile Illusion. And so many Marines. He's massing up those Marines right now. It's going to be a very heavy Marine and Hellion push here from Vile Illusion. He's got to really be concerned about those Banelings, though. Without centrifugal hooks, the Banelings have a little bit of a harder time there catching up to the Marines. He's going to need to get Lings on the backside, which is what he's doing. Full surround. Here come the Banelings. Nice target fire, though. Vile Illusion able to target fire them down before they get close enough to lay that splash damage. However, he was still overwhelmed by all of those Speelings. But that was a great micro there from Vile Illusion, target firing down those Banelings, because that could have been a lot worse than it was. At least he got to kill off a bunch of units as well. Coming back for a pickup, or what? Yeah, there it is. Coming back for a pickup. Gonna be seeing a drop here. Stim Marines. Combat Shield just now finishing. We also have a transition here into Siege Tech. We've got Siege Mode coming on through, as well as some tanks, so we'll be Marine Tank. And that's pretty much the standard here. That's what you expect in this matchup. But firstly, starting off with that Marine Hellion, and it did fairly well. Let's see how effective this is right now. Stimmed up Marines do a lot of damage. We got a couple of Mutas in play, as well as all of those Speelings, and they're going to mop this up very quickly. Watch him pull forward, get a full surround on. Oh, he's not even going on the backside. What are you doing? Get some Lings back there. This is really hard to watch. Finally able to take care of it, but probably lost more than he should have. Even just a small little group of Lings on the backside would have taken that out quite a bit quicker. You always want to get that surround on anything like that. Marines, whatever. Try to get a surround. Kill things off a lot quicker with those Zerglings. Alright, the third is now finished. It is an orbital command at the moment. He is pretty heavily saturated, so he should feel comfortable now to work his way up into a third. Biggest thing that he needs to do, though, is just make sure that, first of all, break down these rocks. And it looks like D-Killer will be scouting it out. That's obviously going to be a concern for him. So he needs to make sure that he does have units over there to defend, because D-Killer does know about this expansion. He also, of course, knows that there are Mutas in play now, so defending himself, having some Marines on the edge, as well as these missile turrets. Idle SCV is something nobody ever likes to see, but what can you do about it, Hopefully he takes care of it. There's a damn icon right here. Come on, you can see it. I can see it. Take care of those idle workers. Speedlings and Mutas moving across the map. Again, we saw that Ling over here scouting the fact that Illusion is planning to expand. And it looks like D-Killer is having none of that. He wants to prevent this from going down if at all possible. We get Speedlings and Mutas, no Banelings though. Tank finally setting up shop. The Mutas can snipe that very quickly. A couple units there at the tower. That gets taken care of by D-Killer. No drops at all, unfortunately, from Illusion. I really want to see some drops from Vile Illusion. He did that little bit of a push over here, but it didn't even take out the hatchery. And as we saw, that did get quickly taken care of. We do have a lot of Mutas right now here for D-Killer. 17 Mutas. Also finally starting to get those upgrades. Flyer Carapace, Ground Carapace, as well as the melee attack, all level 1 coming on through right now. Mutas pulling forward, almost grabbing that medevac. Very close. Very close indeed. Tank line gets a little bit closer. Those Lings take some splash damage. Muta's trying to move from the backside and harass from another angle. Unfortunately, it's a nice Marine spread here for Illusion, so he is able to prevent that from being too effective. He's got a pretty nice defensive position right now, defending both his natural and his third. The thing, though, as I mentioned earlier, no counter aggression. We do have a 4th up here for D-Killer, and Illusion has not moved out with any drops. Finally, he is preparing to do that, though, so we've got 2 medevacs. We're going to be rallying right on over here. Where are they going? Where are those medevacs going? I don't know. They don't have a rally position anymore. But yes, we will be seeing some harass over here finally. A ton of Mutas moving down. Got to be careful about engaging those Stim Marines, though. Pulling on all the way into the corner. We'll be walking right into the main of Vile Illusion at the same time. We've got these 2 medevacs and a bunch of Marines pulling forward. Snipe the Overlord. They're going to take a bit of damage from that spine, but they should be able to drop that pretty quickly. Queen also comes forward to engage. At the same time, Muta's in the main and do a bunch of damage. Stim Marines forcing them back. Lings pulling all the way back over here. That drop gets taken care of, though, from all the Lings in this position. 2 medevacs completely empty. Muta's still harassing. More Stim Marines finally push them back. Mutas get 2 free medevac kills. See you later. Let's take a look at the resources lost tab. Vile Illusion quite a bit behind. Workers kill. D-Killer kill off workers. Vile Illusion hasn't killed off anything. A little bit concerned right now for Vile Illusion. Got to keep in mind that we really haven't seen that huge engagement. We haven't seen that big engagement yet. And we do have, well, at the very least, D-Killer is working his way up to supply cap. Illusion is still a bit off. He's only at 153 at the moment. Also supply blocked, as we can see there. But he is making his push across the map. And again, although he has taken some hefty damage, he isn't out of it yet. We'll have to see how this engagement goes. Speedlings forcing some splash damage against those Marines. We got the Mutas over here. Are they going for the main, or are they going to pull back to assist with this? What will they be doing? They're going for the main. Mutas making their way straight into the main right now. Vile Illusion is fairly defenseless. He does not have enough Marines to deal with this amount of Mutas. All of his forces in the center of the map doing nothing right now. Killing off some creep tumors, killing off that spine. Okay, you've got Mutas in your main doing a ton of damage. Oh, it's unfortunate here for Vile Illusion. He needs to do something, anything. Please do anything with these forces. For the love of God. Muta's tearing up his main right now. He's got a Thor and a few Marines. Still, it doesn't feel like it's enough. He has all these units in the center that have been sitting idly. That is very disappointing to watch. Here come the Speedlings, Banelings, and Infestors. We're trying to catch up to those Marines. Muta's joining the fun. Banelings destroy everything, and Vile Illusion just leaves the game. What was that? Unbelievable. The game was going well enough, but Vile Illusion sitting idly in the center of the map with a lot of his units for well over 30 seconds really didn't help his cause. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thanks again guys. Keep watching. Keep owning.